Tonight on Game Night, harken back to an age of gods and myths as the heroes Dave, Aaron, Nikki, and Lincoln play Elysium, a game published by Space Cowboys for 2 to 4 players and designed by Brett J. Gilbert and Matthew Dunstan. So let's write some legends into history.
Ooh.
Aaron, my friend.
Yes, Dave, sir.
Won't you please teach us Elysium?
Since you asked so nicely, let me teach you all Elysium.
Okay.
Okay, Elysium is a game about the gods and heroes of ancient Greek and Greece and Greek myth, and you are going to write them into the legends and the history books and earn points for doing that, just like they did in ancient Greece. Victory points were an important currency in the Hellenic age. All right, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to draft cards and quests. These are the quests. Over 5 rounds. We're going to do this 5 times. And you're going to first draft cards into your domain, which is here above your little player board. And when you do that, generally they have a power or trigger a power or do something for you. And as the game progresses, you're going to actually write the legends and transfer them from your domain here to Elysium. When they're down in Elysium, their power is no longer active. They don't do anything for you but score their points at the end of the game. And there's more to explain about that, of course, but that's one of the central decisions of the game, is when you are done using the power of the card and you want to pay to transfer it down to Elysium to score your points. We will play 5 rounds, and during each of those rounds, we will all draft 3 cards and 1 quest, if at all possible. You may end up getting an incomplete quest, which is worse, and I'll tell you why. And you may end up getting a citizen card instead of one of these cards out here for draft, but you'll always end up with 3 cards and 1 quest. In fact, you must. So if you've already drafted 3 cards, you must take a quest with your 4th action. And if you've already taken a quest, your other actions must be to take cards. So let me back up just a tiny bit and say that phase 1 of the game is you clear any cards left out here from the previous round, and you take back your columns from the previous round, and then you go to phase 2, which is selecting the cards and quests. We randomly determined Lincoln would be the start player off camera, and so he will take a card or a quest. And how does he do that? He looks at the top right of each of these cards where there is the acquisition condition. He's got his 4 colored columns here in front of us, like we all do. And when he sees a card that he likes, he must have this particular column color still active in front of him. So on his first turn, he's got all 4. He can take any card he wants. And there's no other cost to it, that's it. He just takes one. Some cards have a double cost where he must have, in this case, yellow and blue column both still in front of him. And in this case, red and any other second column still in front of him. After he takes a card, he must set aside, dismiss one of his 4 columns, and it's just no longer available for the turn. But it absolutely does not have to be the column that he qualified to take the card with. He could take this green card and dismiss his red column, and then he could on his next turn take this green card and dismiss his blue column, and then on the last turn he could take this green card and then dismiss any column you want. That's the second important decision of the game, is not only which card do I take, but which column do I get rid of afterwards. And you sort of have to give a view to your future plans and figure out maybe which quest here you're going to get. The quests also have an acquisition condition, which is this colored column right above them. So you might look at the cards that are going to be left and what columns you'll need for them, and you sort of have to make an interesting decision every turn there about which one to get rid of that you're not going to use the rest of the turn. And as I sort of said here, the quests also have their own need, the column you need to get it. If Nikki takes quest number 1 and I take quest number 2 and Dave takes quest number 3, then Lincoln hopefully has saved his red column so far in the turn. If he has, he's going to be able to get this quest and complete it. If he has not, he will still get the quest, but it's much less rewards on the backside. It's an incomplete quest. And he will also end up going last in the next turn. So those are 2 bad things that you need to be aware of.
Regardless of the number. In this case, that's you just used
Correct.
4 as an example. But
I did, but yes.
If his incomplete quest was the second one, he would still then go last.
Correct.
We haven't gotten to this
No.
yet, so I'm jumping ahead.
But no, you're right. Yeah, the number doesn't matter. If you did not complete your quest, you will go last or very close to last the next round. And the order of these does not matter. I mentioned that you have to take 3 cards in one quest. But you can take the quest right away on your first action, or second or third or fourth. There's no order to them. So I explained what happens if you cannot take one of the quests available, you take an incomplete quest on the back. If it comes down to a card and you have to take a card, but you don't have the proper column, let's say on my last turn I only have the red column left, and there's only these 2 green cards available to me, so I can't take either of those. I take a citizen card. That's just a card right off the top of the deck, and you just use the back of the card for that. It still goes in your domain, and it has no special powers, but it is good. It is not as great, but it is good to transfer into Elysium, and I'll explain that. Because phase 3 of the game, after we've all taken our 4 actions and drafted our things, is transfer to Elysium. So in the writing the legends phase, the first thing you do is reorder the turn order based on these quests. Let's say that those are the quests that we got. We immediately, as the start of this writing the legends phase, change the turn order. Dave gets the 1, and Nikki gets the 2, and Lincoln gets the 3, and I get the 4. And that's important because it gives you the first opportunity to write your legends and score some bonus points. You also take the rewards on the bottom of this quest. In Dave's case here, he gets 2 gold immediately. He may transfer 1 card into Elysium. That's what this loot or liar symbol means. Yeah, it's a liar. And he gets 2 victory points. Not all of the quests have victory points on them. And the later turn order ones, 2 and 3, let you transfer 2 cards down into Elysium. And the last turn order card lets you transfer 3. So that is, how you do that is you pay. I haven't really explained the cards in enough detail yet, but if I had drafted these cards, and let's say I can transfer 3 cards into Elysium, I transfer this 1 card costs 1 gold, this 2 card costs 2 gold, and a 3 card costs 3 gold to transfer into Elysium. You're paying gold. If you don't have enough gold, you can't do that. But hopefully I planned my turn around that and saved enough gold.
These are all 1s, 2s, and 3s.
1s,
right?
2s, and 3s are the only values of the card. Yeah, thanks, Dave. I'll go back to the cards in a minute because I have to explain more about their powers. But when you transfer a citizen, you will decide whether it is a value 1, 2, or 3. A citizen is essentially a wild card. So then you'll pay that much gold. You have to pay the 1, 2, or 3.
What it is
substituting for, exactly. I'll come back to the Elysium phase and how these score
for the end of the game.
But I want to explain a little more about these cards. This is back to phase 2 where you're drafting or taking the cards into your domain. All the cards have a value, as Dave pointed out, and I should have remembered to say. They're 1s, 2s, and 3s. And they're in each game you play 5 different suits or families. In this game we're playing the recommended starter 5 families, and they're based on 5 Greek gods. And each color of the cards, this tan is Hades, and this black ones are Athena. They have sort of a little theme to them. The yellow cards have powers about gold, and the tan cards have powers about transferring to Elysium and so forth. So they have their own little personality.
Each family?
Yes, each family has their personality. There are duplicates of some card, and one important rule is you may never have a duplicate in your domain. If I already have this initiation card, I cannot draft another one if it comes up.
Can you have multiples in your
Yes.
Elysium?
You just can't have them up top and active.
Makes sense. You can't double up a power, basically.
Yeah. The other information on these cards, the important stuff for when you're figuring out what you want, is the power here at the bottom, and this symbol which tells you how and when you use that power. The lightning bolt symbol is immediate. If Nikki drafts this card, she immediately does what it says. And in this case, it's take a gold and transfer a card to Elysium. It could be this card itself, or it could be another card she already had here. Whenever a card tells you to transfer something to Elysium, you still must pay that 1, 2, or 3 gold that you have to pay in all cases. It's not a free transfer. This circle little symbol is the trigger symbol. If Nikki drafts this card, she takes one of these rings, and that is a 1 per game ability. So you have this ability once per game, and when you do, you'll take this ring away to show that you've used it. If you transferred this down to Elysium with the ring on it, the ring just goes away. You didn't use it in time, or it was more valuable to you to transfer it. And so that's a once per game use. In this case, this one is, it allows you to transfer several cards, however many Hades, which is the tan suit cards she has. The one-time power is to transfer that many cards down to Elysium, so that's a pretty powerful one.
Talk about the timing of that for a second, because this was something that was confusing.
You're correct. It can be very confusing. That is an action that you may take on your turn. You may not take it during the end of turn phase when we're all transferring and writing legends. It's part of your turn.
Okay.
Even if somebody else's card, say, triggered you to do something on your turn, you can't interrupt it with this or make it free by using a power or something. That's only on your turn. The next symbol that could be on these cards is the activate symbol, and that's an arrow showing a sort of rotating mechanism. This card, while it's up in your domain, gives you a power once per epoch or once per turn.
As long as it's up in your...
Again, it's useless once it's down here in your Elysium, but you get to do this once per round while you have that card up there.
Okay.
These cool cards have the Elusis symbol, little snake, and when you have your first one, it does nothing. You can't use that card. But when you have 2 in your domain,
or more,
now 2 or more, yes. Now they're all active, and in this case, it also has an activate symbol. So they can sort of form powerful combos, or they can be stronger abilities that you sort of have to unlock by having 2 Elusis cards in your domain.
If you activate one, is the other one still...
Yeah, as long as they're up in your domain.
Okay, yes. Cool.
But if she transfers this one down to Elysium...
then she's got to get another one to make that work.
Correct. This symbol here is essentially the end of the game victory points. There are a few that just modify your Elysium scoring and add you some bonus points.
Is that Chronos? Is that what
that is correct. It is the Chronos symbol. Thanks, Dave. And then this legend symbol means that it affects the transferring the writing legends phase. When we move our cards from our domain to Elysium, they give you, for instance, extra victory points for transferring multiple cards, or this one just lets you transfer an extra card. So if I had this, you still have to always pay the full cost. But if I had this 3 liar symbol, now I could transfer 4 cards if I had that one active. And now the last and most important thing, how to score points and win the game. There are a lot of cards that will provide intermittent VPs, as you can see. This one can just give you a VP every turn once you've unlocked it. This one gives you for transferring. Almost every suit has a card that will give you VPs for drafting cards of a certain color, their own family, and for transferring cards of a certain color. So there's sort of a big VP generator in each set, I think, or nearly every suit. But the main way that you get VPs is creating legends down here in your Elysium, and you're essentially almost sort of melding little books or runs in Rummy. There are 2 types of legends that you will write in Elysium and score victory points for. The first one is a family legend. As we mentioned, there's 1s, 2s, and 3s in every suit, in every family, and if you move 2 or 3 cards of a family down into your Elysium into the same legend, you will score points for them in the end of the game. You can put them down in any order. I don't have to put the 1 first and then the 2 and then the 3. I could score for just the 1 and the 3 or just the 2 and the 3. But this will score me either 3 or 6 points.
So nothing for 1 card.
Correct. Nothing for a single card on its own, ever. But if I got 2 cards, that's a 3-point legend, and if I got all 3 of them in any order, that is a 6-point legend. You could not add another 2 to this legend at any time.
Right, another type of legend.
Yeah. The other type of legend is...
level legend.
Okay, you're right, yeah. Because the 1, 2, and 3 is the level of the cards. So the other kind of legend you can make is of all the same level. If Nikki starts...
The 5-of-a-kind legend is how I think of it.
I know, right? Nikki starts drafting 1s down here, or moving them down from her domain. So... Again, she can't duplicate any card. She's already got a tan Hades 1 down here. She cannot add another tan 1 to here. And of course, the biggest this legend could ever be would be 5 cards. We don't have the blue set out here, but a blue one would make this a complete and highest scoring level 1 legend.
What would that be?
I will tell you.
Okay.
Again, a single card's not going to be worth anything.
Right.
If she has 2 cards in a level legend, it is worth 2 points. 3 is worth 4. 4 is worth 8. That's the big jump. And 5, pretending this one matched, is 12. Wow. 2, 4, 8, and 12 for 2, 3, or 4, or 5. 2, 3, 4, or 5 cards in a level legend. The last way to score bonus points is... Oh, and let me jump back again. Remember that I said a citizen can fill in as a wild for any purpose in any legend. If, let's say, Nikki couldn't find that blue one and she really wanted to put this 5th card in this legend, the citizen can be the wild card. 2 caveats on that. You must already have 2 cards in a legend to add a citizen to it. So it must be the 3rd or further card in your legend. You can never add it to the first single card in something.
So a citizen then could only ever complete a family legend. I never even thought about it till just
Right,
now.
and I know the reason for it actually, and I'll explain it in a minute.
Okay.
The other bad part is every citizen in your Elysium is -2 points at the end of the game.
But if this was worth 12, then that would be
It's
10.
now worth 10, exactly.
Yeah, which isn't horrible.
It
it
was
gets
still
you-
a point gain.
Yeah.
It gets you to the 12, and it potentially gets you to something that Aaron has
It
not
also,
explained
right,
yet.
it also
but-
might lock up a bonus, which is another scoring thing I haven't explained. There are 13 bonus chips out here. There are 2 for each family, worth 5 and 2, and there are a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3 bonus chit. The way you earn those is when you move cards from your domain down to Elysium, you may qualify for one of these bonuses. Going back to the family legend, which is the one of the single color, when Nikki completes this Zeus legend, 1, 2, and 3 together, she earns the 5-point bonus for the Zeus family. No one can take that away from her. In addition to the 6 points that this is worth.
They can't take that away from me.
Nope.
The second player to complete each family legend, if there is one, gets a 2-point bonus.
What does the 3rd player get?
Nothing. Well, they get
And like it.
They get the 3. They get the 6 points that they would have normally gotten.
That's true.
Level legends have
So they're
a
like longest
3,
yard
a
or something.
6, and a 9-point bonus chit. I'll use myself as the example now. Let's say I started a level 3 legends. As soon as I put these 2 cards together, and I haven't explained one more thing about how you place things in Elysium, I get the level 3 bonus chit. 9 points is pretty huge in this game. There are 3, 6, and 9 on the point values here. But this is, as we gamers like to say, longest road style victory point competition,
Yeah.
which means if someone builds a bigger set of level 3 legends, they will take this away from me. So if you meld 3 3s together, this will go to you. If I put a 3rd 3 down here, then someone has to get to 4 to take this away from me. And as I was saying, if I put all 5 down here, or if I put 4 3s and a citizen down here, same thing, that is my 9-point bonus for the game, and no one can beat me for it, because there's nothing higher than a 5-card legend. So again, that's for the level 1, the level 2, and the level 3. And then the last thing that Dave, of course, reminded me to explain is when you transfer cards to your Elysium, you must immediately decide what legend they're going into. So you're essentially going to have separate stacks down here. If Nikki places this purple 1, and then she places the purple 3 over here in a separate legend, that's it, they're separate. She cannot later decide to move this over here because she's going to get a purple 2. She's got 2 separate ones, and she might even start... They might both be purple family legends, or this might end up being as soon as you place the card, it's either on its own or it joins another card in a legend, and that's it. It's locked. There's no moving them around. There's no reassigning them. And as I mentioned to Dave, that is the reason why you cannot assign a citizen to a single card, because you wouldn't be able to tell what kind of legend it is yet.
Ah, that makes sense.
If I put this here, you know it's a purple 3 because it's completing that family legend. Yeah, so I think that was the designer's intent in the you cannot add a citizen to a legend that only has 1 card, because once it's the third card, you already know what type of legend it is.
Well, you know how much it costs, right? It
That
determines the cost of
exactly,
it.
yeah.
That's really nice.
And you can't forget later, what did Nikki mean for this to be?
Right.
It's already
I meant it to be.
there's none of that. That's why the citizen has to be the
can't
third.
trust Nikki.
I paid
No.
1 for it because it was a 1.
Right.
Yet it's
And
now,
now I'm
a
going
2.
to use it. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's a 3.
Yes.
All right.
Don't cheat yourself too much.
Oh, and let me just make one more sort of piece of advice or game design consideration. That drafting legends down to Elysium, so that's not the right term, drafting, but writing the legends into Elysium.
Transferring is the word that game uses.
It is, transfer a card. That's why at the very beginning of the Legends phase, we change the turn order based on our quests, because it might be really advantageous for Dave to grab the number 1 quest, and then if he completes, say, the Yellow Family Legend right before I was going to, he gets the big 5-point bonus. You see, you can sort of snake those away from other players by changing the turn order right at the beginning of the Legend phase. So that's another important consideration on which quest you get during the turn. Okay. So now we've reshuffled the deck and dealt out our turn 1 cards, or epoch 1 cards, and we're going to just examine each of them real quickly so we know what they all do. This, as Dave points out, is the symbol I did not explain here. This little infinity symbol is the permanent symbol. But I did kind of mention this type of card. This is one of the ones where if you have it in your domain, every time you draft every time you draft a citizen, you receive a gold, or transfer a citizen to Elysium, you receive a gold. Jumping down to this Athena card, this is the one where every time you draft a black card, you get a victory point, and every time you transfer an Athena card, you get a victory point. Poseidon is the blue suit down here, same deal. Every time you transfer one or draft one, you get a gold here. And that is once this card is already in your domain. You do not get a gold or a victory point
When you
take it into your domain. So that explains these 3 permanent cards. We have Initiation is an Eleusis card, so again, you don't get to do that until you have 2 Eleusis cards in your domain, which none of us are going to have this turn because that's the only one. But once you have 2, you can activate it to receive 2 gold, and all other players with at least 1 Eleusis card also receive 1 gold. There are quite a few cards like that in this game where you do something good and everybody else does something less good. So there are some benefits that will flow down to the other players. We have a workshop here, actually 2 copies of it. This is the Legends phase symbol, and you receive 1 gold in the Legends phase when you have that card in your domain. You can then use it on a later turn or to transfer stuff down to Elysium, but you don't have it during your actions. Slaves, aside from being ethically complicated, is an activate card which lets you discard a card from your domain for 2 gold. So something that's just not going to fit in your Elysium sets of legends, you can get rid of for 2 gold with this card. Charon is the boatman who takes your soul to the underworld and thus gives you extra VP for transferring 2 or more cards in the Legends phase. That is a Legends phase symbol. Cerberus or Kerberos? Cerberus. I prefer the original Greek.
Okay.
You discard a card from your domain to transfer another card. So this is another discard 2 power, but it gives you a transfer, which of course, as I mentioned, you always have to pay the 1, 2, or 3 gold for. Trial of Heroes, another discard a card and get 2 victory points from that one. Lots of discard cards. 2 copies here of Judges of the Underworld. This is the trigger once per game type of card. And this is the one that I explained during setup. It lets you transfer multiple cards in your action phase instead of during Elysium. So that's a big deal to get extra transfers. And it's based on the number of Hades tan cards you have in your domain. So if Nikki has these 2 and triggers the ability, she can transfer 2 cards. Could be these 2 themselves, or one of them, or 2 other cards, or whatever. But that's a pretty big deal too. This is the immediate symbol, so Pan-Athenic Games lets you immediately transfer a card when you take it, and all the other players can transfer if they pay a gold. And then this is the Poseidon card, the Golden Fleece. Look at that flying ram, pretty cool. Myths and legends. Gives you gold when you draft or transfer blue cards. So those are your cards available for the entire round 1 epic. Lincoln, you begin.
Yeah.
Take a card or a quest and then dismiss one of your columns. Oh, the other thing I did not mention is, did you mention this? Lincoln is the first player, so he started with 1 victory point. Dave has 2, I have 3, and Nikki have 4. So there is a small start player advantage, which is counterweighted with victory points at the beginning of the game.
How did it determine how many cards are put out?
It is always 3 times the number of players and 1 extra card. So with 3 players, you'd have 10. With 2 players, you'd have 7. So there's always enough that we could all get our cards, but still have some choice every time, or at least the option of,
Choosing something else.
yeah.
Well, forget the powers for just a second. Okay?
Yep.
There's only 1 1 on the whole array.
Right.
So there is potentially some value to just taking that.
Right.
If you wanted to try to do the 1, 2, 3 in the yellow family,
There's a good chance of it here, at least potentially.
potentially, it just depends, right?
Or at least you'd be the only one to get a yellow
Yeah, I'll do
one. You
that.
know about that.
I'll
yeah.
do that then.
I mean, the power is maybe not necessarily... Sometimes the power, you don't care. You're just trying to find the card you want.
Right.
All right, so you had blue, so that allowed you to take that card,
Yeah.
and now you must dismiss one of your 4 colors. It does not have to be blue. All right, you set aside blue.
Yeah, I don't. It's not like I put a lot of thought into
All
it.
right, I'm taking this because I'm going for the Elysium.
And what does that one do once you have it?
Just makes it a 2 gold.
Okay.
Assuming I don't transfer it by
Right,
then.
right.
I also wanted the number and the color, and you'd think, having all this time to think about it, I would know which thing I'm getting rid of, and I will be getting rid of yellow.
I am going to take a Judges of the Underworld, which I must have a yellow and 1 other column, and I do. And I am going to get rid of red.
I'm gonna do something simple like that.
I like it. I almost took that one too. That's a good card.
And I'm gonna get rid of.
You know,
right.
Lincoln.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm going to put a ring on my
Yeah.
your
one-time use
trigger.
trigger. For when I pull the trigger on that card, I know to get rid of it. And you're taking that same workshop card?
Yep, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting rid of yellow. I will take this.
No! That's what I was going to take.
I should have done it first, as it
Yes,
turns
because
out,
you right?
should.
should have, because it's...
No, but I didn't want to lose the Elysium scoop.
I hear you. I might have taken the Elysium one.
And here's the deal. There's two twos
Twos.
in the Athena family, so it didn't really matter
You're
which one I
right,
got,
yeah.
but I was just, I don't know, I was excited.
Yeah.
And what did you get? You got rid of that. You got rid of that.
I had just decided that was the card I wanted.
Red, green. I'll get rid of green. How's that?
I'm going to take Kron. Oh, I can't. I don't have my red pillar. That's absolutely one thing I cannot take. Yeah. Then I'm going to take this Trial of Heroes, which I can take because I have a green thing. And I'm going to dismiss... I'm going to dismiss green. Done.
Of course, I decided, I'm like, oh, this one's pretty good. Oh, I gave up my blue one.
Yeah. That will happen the whole game.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it will. I played a game with Dave where it seemed like every single time he was like a little bit later, oh no, I shouldn't have thrown away that color. I want to switch that back.
I think I'm just going to try this one here.
All right.
So I get rid of. If I do that, then somebody is safe to get something there.
Well, that's going to happen every
Yeah,
time.
Okay.
it's just a consideration.
Cool.
All right, Lincoln.
So I will.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of the blue and take the third quest. Well, I'm going to take the third quest.
Then decide which one you can get rid of.
I'm going to get rid of the blue.
But now I'm guaranteed this card and this quest since no one else can take either of those things.
That is true. I have done that for you.
Thanks, Dave.
Out of the
so
kindness
it doesn't
of my
really
heart.
matter the order that I take them in. I'm going to take this quest number 1.
Yeah. But you could have taken this too, right?
No, I already have a copy of it in my domain.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised you moved your red away.
Because I don't, even though I do want it, it's not, see, Nikki, you don't need to even work. I don't think he's not taking
I can't take the red.
You should be taking one of these cards if you can afford it.
You either should
That
take,
was what I'm saying.
You either should take one of the cards or you should take this from Lincoln.
Yeah.
Those are your two choices,
Well,
really.
this is immediate.
Right.
And I don't know.
Yeah, she may not want to transfer
I don't wanna
anything.
But it is a
Transfer.
2, right?
And that's also, yeah.
That's true. If you're
It's a
not
family
doing
of
if you're
twos.
not
It
doing
is,
family.
it is a set of 2s that you would have 3 of.
Oh, I see 2 2.
That was
Yep.
what that's why I
All
banked
right, I
on it,
didn't see the
because
2
I
2
did want that
2s.
one
I was
versus-
looking at this going,
Right.
but I don't want to
Yeah,
transfer
there's a lot of
anything
different
right
things
now.
to consider on the cards, yeah.
Well,
Right.
Yeah, you certainly don't have to.
So I do this, and I get rid of the
green.
green because I
Right.
want...
Right.
Okay.
Well, then, now I have a question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why not transfer that card right now? It doesn't do anything else ever
Yeah.
again.
She
Right,
can't
so-
transfer the one she just picked up.
Sure she can.
Really?
Yes,
It
all the
said-
cards say
I thought
that
he
you...
said that.
Yeah.
Oh.
All the cards that allow you to transfer say you may transfer this card itself in
Oh,
the
okay.
But you must
clarification
pay 2 to
document.
do that.
You must pay 2 gold to do it. You
Which
always
isn't
have to
bad.
pay 2 gold to do it.
Yeah.
So I do it immediately.
Sure.
There's my 2 gold.
And what's the second half of it?
Everyone else, all other players may do the same for 1 extra gold.
So you're paying an extra. You're paying 2, 3, or 4 gold to transfer a card right now. We should go in player order. Lincoln, would you like to transfer a card right now?
Sure.
All right, it's transferring a 1 for 2 gold.
Okey-doke. No, I pass.
Yeah, me too. I can't. Too rich for my blood.
All right,
And then
Lincoln.
it's Lincoln's turn. What do you got with that green
That's
column?
all I can
It's
do
this.
is that. Oh, I put
And
that.
Dave.
I get a citizen. And Aaron.
And I must take this blue card. And Nikki must take this quest.
Right.
That fourth one is sometimes pretty simple. This is now Phase 3, Legends. So we first reorder the turn numbers. Lincoln gives me the 1 disc because I have the 1 quest.
You are the 2.
And he gets the 2, and Dave gets the 3, and Nikki stayed
Stays
4.
the same.
So, and then now that determines the order that we... First, now you take your rewards, your gold and your victory points, if any, from your quest.
I got $5. Lincoln gets
I
3.
get $2 and 2 points.
May I get 3 coins, please?
You may have 3 gold.
Thank you.
And then I'm first to transfer. I can only transfer 1 card. And do I want to?
I don't know.
I don't either. I think I will transfer a card. I will transfer.
B card.
That one's going to get me maybe VPs later. And this one is more transfers.
You kind of do want to pay
Yeah,
attention
I'm
to
gonna
keeping your transfers.
I'm
because
transferring
that's-
this for 3 gold because
as-
it's a 3.
As the game's going, you run out of time
Yep.
to
Oh.
transfer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you might only get the chance to transfer 8 to 10 cards, so getting the bonus transfers can be pretty big.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Number 2 is Lincoln. So now, are you transferring any more cards in
At
the
least do
legend
this for
writing
a
phase?
second.
Sure.
Yeah.
For
Oh
2.
wait, hold on. He should collect the 1 gold now in the legends phase from that card.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
that's-
I
I
suppose
was
you
going
should.
to
And
ask
Nikki
about
also
that.
gets 1.
Okay.
I suppose you can do that as part of your income from the quests. But I almost
Because we're
forgot
in the
that.
legends phase?
Yes.
Okay.
So even though you're now about to transfer it, you still
Yeah,
got the
at least
gold
I
out
got
of
a
it this
gold out
turn.
of it.
Okay.
Indeed.
And now you want to transfer
Although I
it for
may
2
want to
gold
do that one just because
because
I
you don't
have
have
a little
anything
bit
to
more, and I
discard.
don't think that I'll be discarding, at least for now. And I might get gold, which is always a good thing. So
True.
let's do 3.
So
All right. But are you putting those together? I
Yes,
assume?
I'm sorry,
Okay,
guys.
yeah,
They
overlap
will
them
be.
a little bit.
They will. Yeah. I just meant
Yep.
that they're going to be.
that's
not
we're
in
just
order,
making it
but yeah.
clear for
Yes.
the man upstairs.
Hang on. You also did not get your victory point for this.
Oh,
Part of
okay,
your
yeah,
income on
yeah,
your quest. You got yours, right?
I don't have
Oh,
it.
I got mine.
So yes.
Never mind. I got mine. All right, Dave, you're number 3.
I'm transferring nothing.
Oh, Nikki, are you going to transfer any 2s?
I don't
You,
think
you got
You
your gold
should.
off of that one.
it's only a one-time deal.
No,
Like,
it
if I
happens
leave
every.
it up
Yes,
here,
you get one next time
I'll
too.
get
It happens
another
in
one.
this phase of every turn. But you have the opportunity to transfer up to 3 cards, and if you forego that, you may be sorry in turn
You may
5.
be sorry.
You
Okay.
can't afford to do them all.
But I don't like running out of money either.
See, that was the other reason she should have taken this, in my opinion, because it's the same money,
Less
it's
transfers.
fewer
She's not doing
transfers.
as many
She gets a
transfers.
victory point, and she hits the guy who's got 1, 2, 3 already.
Yeah.
Well, See, this one, if you transfer at least 2 cards, you receive 2 victory
Yes.
points. It seems like I should hold on to. Unless I do
Unless
this
you
right
do them
now.
all.
Nah, don't do that.
But I think I want
Why not?
the gold.
She gets
from
this 6-point bonus
Yes.
that probably no one's going to take from her.
Oh.
And she gets a 2 victory point
Absolutely.
bonus.
See,
You know
I
she's going to
forgot
get it
about
anyway?
Okay, good point.
Someone else is going to get that.
No, how?
Well,
Who else?
right now you've started one.
In the next turn.
That's true. There is a timing issue, and you could definitely move 2
And I
twos
forgot.
down.
I forgot about that.
But he's got one. Yeah.
Go for it then. Do what you want.
2 twos.
All right. That
So
costs
pay 4 gold.
$4.
Yeah, and overlap them all so we know that they're on. And you absolutely have the lead in level 2 legends right now.
There you go.
Sweet,
So yeah, put them all
I
together.
guess.
I
No,
think
that
it's
is
pretty.
good.
I think that's a pretty good.
The reason why I pointed out, you had the opportunity to transfer all those things, and you should
Yeah.
take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Money can really be tight in this game, though, and she just got rid of a card that will get her another $1. I know it seems like it's only $1,
Well, okay. Maybe I'll get a
but you're right. It's
stronger-
now that's essentially locked up.
Yes.
We'd be
It's-
hard
it'd be
pressed to
very
fight
hard
for
to
that.
get that away from her.
What happens now, Aaron?
I guess we just put the quests back in the temple and start Epic 2 by clearing away the board, dealing 13 new cards in this 4-player game,
Go for it.
and starting with me,
What is it,
who is
2 at
player
the
1.
top?
It's 4-5-4 on our display,
Well, there's
on our
3,
camera-friendly card
4,
layout.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Should we explain each card? Or do we?
Sure.
Sure. why
3, 4, and 4 again, right?
not? Yes.
There we go.
All right, we have Temple of Athena. This is an end game scoring card, the Chronos symbol. It's worth 1 VP for each black suit Athena card in that legend, in the legend it's part of. So if it's part of a level legend, it's only going to be worth 1 VP. If it's part of a Athena family legend, it could be worth up to 3. Trade agreement gives you 3 gold and everybody else 1 gold immediately. This is also endgame. It's worth 1 VP for each set of 2 gold on your board. So your leftover gold will be worth VP with that card. Sacrifice is a one-time transfer of gold and VP back and forth for whichever way you want. Charon's Obol is an instant receive a gold and transfer 1 card. Medusa, this is an aggressive card, so we all need to be aware that it's out there and who has it once they draft it. If I have Medusa in my domain, it lets me, for each player, choose 2 cards in their domain, and they must get rid of one of those 2.
Oh my gosh.
Rough.
It's a trigger. It's a one-time.
It's a
still
trigger. It's a
horrible.
one-time.
What does that say?
Still, that's harsh.
That just
That's the
says
second
it's
part
the
of it?
second part. They must discard them. This is an Elusis card that I might steal from Dave because it gives you a gold every turn.
It does. It's the only one out there, too.
Triumph is a one-time 1 VP for every 2 cards in top of your domain.
Triumph.
Plunderers is all other players give you 1 gold immediately, just once. This one, Gathering, is worth VP for each different family in that legend. So if you had a suit of 5 1s, that card is 5 extra victory points.
Nice.
Democracy is a one-time trigger. You take a citizen card, and all other players may pay a gold to take a citizen card. That can be pretty useful.
Oh, interesting.
Oath of Hospitality, one-time action. You discard a card from your domain to draw a card immediately face up into your domain.
Oh, I like
Just
it.
a mystery card that you get immediately, and everybody else may do the same for a gold. And Antaeus is a hero of legend, or maybe a titan. This is also an aggressive card that people can use against you. It's a one-time use, but let's say I had it and I choose a level. I say level 2, and then everyone must discard a level 2 card from up top of their domain. That can hit a lot of players and be very painful. When I'm first, what will I do? Will I take the card Dave wants, or will I screw with everybody, or will I try to get those bonus points? I don't know.
There's like 4 cards that I want.
There's like, me too, yeah. I'm going to, just for defensive purposes, you understand.
Oh, yeah.
He's buying a mean one.
Put all your columns back on the
yeah,
board.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the other thing you do at the end of the turn or beginning of a
Lincoln
new epic.
and Nikki
Yes,
were ahead of us
they
on
were.
that.
I'm going to take this Antaeus card,
You
which
suck. You suck.
I must have green in another column.
Circle on it.
Thank you,
yeah,
sir.
trigger it.
And I'm going to...
Boo.
maybe I'll never trigger it if you guys don't make me mad.
Trigger it right
gonna make you
now.
mad.
I am going to
You
trigger.
just
All
hit Dave
I'm going to put
mostly.
aside this red
No,
column.
He can pick any number.
Now we're going into
I said
zigzag motion.
mostly.
Lincoln is the second player this round.
Right. But I put this in here and I can just go, boom, I don't want this card, and then draw another card. It's a total shot in the dark, but
Right.
Yeah. Well, no, you still. Oh, yeah, you discard a card to do it.
What does it actually say? Discard?
Discard a card from your domain to draw a card.
Can
Take
that
it
be
face
this
up into
citizen?
your card. Sure, that's a card. That's, yeah, take that so Dave doesn't get it.
I know, but you didn't do it, and I
I
don't know
know.
that I need
Well,
it.
because it doesn't do you guys any good.
Well, it might later, but
It might.
It stops you from getting 3 gold every turn.
But it doesn't really do him any good. He has a yellow too.
Doesn't I can start another yellow too. I
You
can't
can.
take it into this now.
What I'm
exactly.
saying is if it was a
Yeah.
different color too, then you
Yes.
could start 2s.
Yes,
Does that make sense? Oh, yeah, because that one's going here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
but I can't take it into here. Oh no, I can't take the same card.
It just can't be the same artwork.
Right,
I
right.
believe that's the rules. I would go for it if I were you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to gold. Let's see.
It's a pretty good. I mean, I think it would be huge if Dave got that. That's 3 gold extra a turn. Is
Like
lot.
I'm going to be able to keep these cards once you trigger your thing and get rid of them.
That was my next threat that I was going to
Please.
offer on the table.
It's not a threat. I know it's going to happen.
Threats can be real. It's still a threat if I'm going
Threats
to do it.
can be real.
If I'm willing to do it.
It can be real. I'm silly.
That card made that song made no sense. It was crazy times.
It made no sense. Okie dokie. I will take this. Everybody give me a gold.
Boo.
That's good.
Sorry about that. And I will get rid of one of these. Yeah. Done.
Nikki?
No.
Oh.
Blue.
All right, that's it. It's when it hits the carpet.
Blue.
Yeah.
Done.
Blue. Done.
Blue. Blue. Yellow. Okay. Well, I can't afford to move it down, but
Doesn't
I
matter.
should take
Doesn't
it.
matter.
Take one you want to use.
There we go. And what did I want to be able to get next on?
You have the choose a number one,
Correct.
and it's one of those number, right?
Aaron.
Yes. But as Dave points out, I could now hit every other player if I chose that they had to discard a 2 card.
Oh, do I put the little ring on this right now?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And you can use it right now if you wanted to, although it'd be terrible to use right now. So don't do that.
Okay.
But you have that option.
All right.
I'm going to take Charon's Obol, which gives me an immediate gold, and then I can transfer a card. I'm going to transfer Trial of Heroes, which costs all my 3 gold,
Wow, interesting.
but it gives me the 9-point bonus for currently having
Yes.
the highest 3-level legend.
It seemed likely you were going to get that.
so
Lincoln,
that's
you're
what
out.
I
Oh
was-
no, he has to get rid of a column.
I do have to get rid of a column, and it's going to be blue. Oh, I don't want to get rid of one of those. I don't want to get rid of any of these columns. I like them all.
I know. This is the only thing about this game is you have all this time to think and you think, and then I'm going to get rid of this
I
color.
know.
And then when it
you
comes
just
down
go-
to it, you're like, ah.
Yeah. All right, Lincoln's next. He's taking quest number 3. And the yellow. Are you sure about that?
I'm not gonna spend 4 hours doing it.
I'm gonna take one, and actually then get rid of the yellow. I think because I looked and that was the thing to do. Done. Look at that. How's that? There's a fast turn.
Pooh. Otherwise, this is like,
Yeah. No.
I'm going to take 2. No.
No, you are taking 4.
I am taking
But-
4.
And I am taking 2. So
Okay.
you don't have to take it now.
Right.
Because I can't take 4
Okay.
and you can't take 2. So
Sweet.
take a card that you like.
All
Get some
right.
cards that you can move down.
I would like to try this one. I think it's good.
I
For
like
me,
that one, too.
anyway.
I think
Yes,
you're right.
totally.
Yeah.
So
that
there.
one, too.
And I have to give up 2, right?
No,
No,
you
no.
always
Oh, I
only give up 1.
choose?
You just had to have blue and another one to
Okay.
make that choice. It's always only 1 pillar column per card or per acquisition. Guess I want-
Okay.
She got rid of the blue. That is correct, by the way, because you can guaranteed pick this card up.
Yeah.
No one else has yellow available. So
Yeah.
unless you want a citizen, in which case you get rid of your yellow. But you don't. You want this, right?
I believe I do.
Oh, maybe not.
1 victory point for each set.
I don't think
Of
I
2
want
gold.
that.
At the end of the
Well,
game.
that's Dave's card, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'm not a gold collector, so I don't know. I might
I'm
want
gonna
a citizen.
take trade agreement. I get 3 gold, and everyone else gets 1
Here you go, Lincoln.
immediately.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Aaron.
There's your 1.
Thank you.
And I'm going to dismiss the blue column, so then I can actually take quest number 2 after my next turn. Lincoln's up.
What the hey?
Okie doke. Dismiss a column, please. I will take this. And this is the only one I can take, correct?
That is correct.
I'm going to have lots of citizens.
Yes, you are. Nikki's up.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Dave has to dismiss a column.
Yes.
But
will.
it doesn't really matter, does it?
Nope.
Because whatever it is a citizen left at the end. All right. Good choice, Dave. That was the right choice.
I roll them over here.
Take this or this.
Yes.
I mean, and for just having the number and maybe not even doing
No,
that.
you have to do that.
You
Come
have
on.
to do it,
It's
yeah.
huge.
It sucks, but you
I
have to
don't
do
like
it. I know,
doing
but
that kind of stuff.
It's-
Well, you
it's
don't
also
have to
hard to
use the
choose it.
ability.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
do.
I was just saying.
You,
At the very least, though, you stop it from happening to you.
Yeah, but you still should try to do it. It's just a pain, but you do need to do it. It's just hard to choose which ones to pick. But you can just randomly pick 2. Do those 2. One of those. That's all it is.
What's this one again?
Simon says.
victory point per
Gold.
That's the
And
end.
I'm not.
You never have gold.
No,
I don't
you're
have
gonna
a
use
lot
it
of
all.
gold.
Yeah, you're never going to have gold at the end of the game.
Right. So I'm pretty
Go.
much down to Medusa.
I would.
Down to Medusa.
Down to Medusa.
Down to Medusa.
And I
You.
have to take a quest.
Yep.
A quest. And me.
You have to take one of those 2 cards.
Oh, which one's better? What does this one do? This is freely exchange.
freely
I'm not going
exchange,
to do
yeah.
that.
Mine take a citizen.
And Nikki must take this.
Yeah.
That 4th choice is pretty simple.
4.
All right. I always want to wipe those away immediately, but you technically do that later. All right, reorder the turn.
Where's the
Dave
one?
got 1.
Yep. Who's got?
I need Lincoln's 2.
There's your 3.
Nikki loves number 4. It's her favorite number.
That's my favorite.
I get 2 gold. What do you get?
5.
5
I
gold.
get a 3.
There you go. I get 2 gold, and I
Gold.
get,
You get
2
3
victory
have,
points.
Have 3 gold, and I get uno victory point.
Then I will transfer. Hey, I'm not going to pull this trigger after all. Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
You
When
paid
I
me.
took this card, I should have gotten a victory point.
Yes, you should, because you have Goddess of Wisdom,
And I will now put this down here, and that gets me a victory point.
and you paid the gold for that.
I did. I did not.
A good friend of ours recommended that you place the gold on the card
so
just
that
to
you know.
track that you
Oh, in
spent
case you
it,
want to rejigger.
in case
Can I
you
have
change
another
your
gold?
mind.
Here you
Why?
go.
Why?
Because this is Legends.
Thank
phase,
you.
right?
Good point. All right, my second. I can transfer up to 2 cards, and I'm going to transfer these 2 1s, and then also take the 1 level legend, which costs me 2 gold. Done and done. Lincoln.
I'm going to do 2. This 2, I guess. Let's see if maybe that'll come about. I don't know.
When does this happen?
And he gets it right now.
On my turn, when I choose to trigger.
Here you go.
So I couldn't do it now.
You're
just
welcome,
to screw
Lincoln.
with people.
Lincoln just got
that's
that
what I
bonus.
was asking.
Yeah, it's during phase 2 when we're taking our action. So I basically
Okay.
would have to do it
And then I can do a second.
as or
transfer.
before I take
Might as
a
well
card
just do this
request.
one because it's...
But yeah, I
just-
couldn't be like,
All right,
oh, you want to
dollar?
move that 3 down, Lincoln?
can't.
No, you can't do
Okay.
it now. It is absolutely forbidden to use it in phase 3. Nikki can transfer up to 3 cards again, and she's got 5 gold.
I think I'm just going to transfer this guy because I want to.
You kind of want to fire those off before
Well,
you...
yeah, everyone's telling me I
Well,
got to
it's
do the
real-
Medusa.
All the cool kids are doing it.
That's exactly right.
But I do want to transfer this.
Don't you
guy
want to
down.
turn some dudes to stone? Come on.
I don't like being mean in games. Really.
All right, pay a gold, because that's a 1.
All right.
All right, are you transferring anymore?
No.
All right. End of turn. Return your quests.
Quest.
Take back your columns. We go to Epic 3.
Where are we
Yeah, you
just,
can
are
see
we
it
just
moves
going
quickly,
over here?
Nikki P.
Yeah. Once
Yeah,
you
it
know-
That's
really
what I
does,
was just
yeah.
saying. I don't know.
So we're almost done already.
Well, we're
Halfway.
We're getting to halfway. All right. Is the card you want in here? Is this your card?
Is this your card? Is this your card?
All right.
Hey, look at Dave.
Believe me.
card.
Oh, believe me.
All right, I'm gonna
that's
go-
why
I'm
I
gonna
went-
go quicker
That's
this
why I
time.
took the start player marker.
This is the workshop that Lincoln and Nikki had that provides gold in the Legends phase. Justice of Zeus is worth a VP for each 3 VP on your board. That's just these, not the bonuses and not your sets down here. So
At the end of the game.
at the end of the game, it's
But only if it's in your domain, right? No, even
No.
if it's in your Lucis.
yes, that's an end game scoring card.
Got it.
Not Elusus, Elysium. Temple of Poseidon is a victory point for every blue card in the legend at the end of the game. Automaton. Whenever you take or transfer a Hephaestus card, yellow, you receive a gold.
Yep.
This is Heracles. This is a one-time trigger, 1 VP for every 3 VP on your board when you trigger the power.
Ooh.
Slaves lets you discard for 2 gold. Cap of Invisibility gives you 1 extra transfer. So it essentially is boosting your liar number here in the Legends phase.
So it could stay there. You could save it till the last round
or
potentially.
in transfer 2, 3, 4 cards all the time, yes. Gathering is worth a VP for every different family in that legend. Initiation is just that's an Elusus card that Dave and Lincoln are probably interested in.
He's vying for
God,
it.
I
an
might
immediate
not. There's
VP.
other stuff that's good, man.
Taskmaster, you receive a gold for each yellow card in your domain. Persephone lets you transfer a card for free, so it shows a 0 gold
neat.
cost.
Yeah,
That's once per game.
that's good, man.
King's Council, 1 VP for every 2 Zeus cards in your domain, and that you could activate every turn, so you could get several VP out of that if you held a bunch of purple cards. And then this is Trade Agreement, which is 3 gold and 1 for everybody else.
Wow.
Yes, and you're first, Dave. Make a decision.
Hokey smokes. I'm gonna do this.
What is it?
The one that transfers for free.
I'm gonna trigger it
once.
right now. I'm gonna transfer this.
Neat.
Oh, that's probably a good choice.
Because I don't want Aaron to get rid of that.
I'm thinking about doing it right now.
Well, you can't get rid of this now. Because you have to pick the 2s, and I can always throw this one away.
I can pick 3s. You just drafted a new 3.
That's fine, I just used it.
I know,
I don't care anymore.
but the
That's
3s might be more powerful for Nikki and Lincoln.
even better for me.
I understand.
Well, not even better for me. Obviously, I don't want to lose the 3. But, and now I have to get rid of a color. I want...
I want a hamburger. No, a cheeseburger.
Burger.
Oh, hang on, I get a victory point. Oh, no, yes, I do, I get a victory point.
Because you transferred them.
But now I'm done. I never get any more points from that card.
Oh, because that was the one. You
That-
transferred
yeah.
that one. And what color column are you using?
Shh, quiet you. Blue? No, not blue. Blue. That's hard.
The torture.
This game's fun. Except for the hard part.
The torture.
All right. I'm going to make life easy on Nikki.
Oh.
You're never going to have to worry about that Medusa card because everyone can discard a 3 right now. See how nice I am?
No, you're not.
I know. I am going to...
You sure you don't want to take these citizens away?
I don't believe they have a number while they're up there. Yeah. I'm going to take this 1 gathering. And I'm going to get rid of, I don't know, what column, what color. I'm going to get rid of blue. Done.
I'll just do that.
There you go, Elusus. I had to let you have it.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it.
So now he has the power to gain a gold and a VP every turn, essentially. For turns 3, 4, and 5, as long as he keeps those active.
In fact, why don't you just tap them now
Yeah.
before they maybe disappear?
Well, there's nothing
They're
else on
not.
the board.
He
Nikki
took
can
my-
get rid of them. Oh no, she already moved that card. Oh, you got rid of her. Never mind.
It.
Do it anyway.
I-
There's no reason not
Yeah,
to.
do it right. There's no reason not to
He
do it
was
now.
saving me from
I saved you from yourself.
myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
I did. Your turn. Oh, he has to get rid of a column.
Yeah. Okay. Foaming at the mouth for this one.
Oh, right.
She knows exactly what she
I
wants.
like it. I like it.
I need to.
You know what we need?
go to
We
Chris
need a
France.
union.
I don't get it.
It's from Fist, starring Sylvester Stallone.
Is it F period I period S
Oh my
period
gosh,
T
it might
period?
be.
I think it is.
It actually sounds like this. You know what we need? We need a union.
Oh my gosh.
That might not be the actual. It's close. That might be paraphrasing slightly.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
All right, back to Dave.
I'm gonna take this.
Oh, I wanted that.
I know
this
you did.
scumbag.
I know. That's why
I wanted that too.
That's why I
but
took it.
This one was really.
And I need. If I get rid of red. Oh, I'll get rid of red.
Red.
I kind of want
Don't take what I want.
that. I want.
It's
to.
actually a fun
We're
story.
playing
You might want
totally
to include
different
in the
games.
episode.
No.
I'll
Oh,
tell you.
I
would
oh, you
prefer-
shouldn't have
I would
said that
prefer-
because now I see what you want, and I kind of might take it just to be a jerk.
I know. You're such a jerk.
I mean, well, actually, and because I was thinking of, that was one of the cards I want, and now I see that you want it, so I should grab it first. What is it worth? It's worth 1 VP for every 3 VP on your board. That's a terrible card.
But there's only 2.5 more turns to
I
go.
know. All right, I have
But
to take
they'll
this.
take
Sorry.
at least an hour and a half.
Nikki wants
Yeah.
this card, so I'll take it. And I will get rid of my red pillar.
You said pillar.
Yeah, I did.
Just do that one. Nikki wanted that one, right? No, she got
No.
it.
She's
he
got a
got
purple
the
three.
one I
Yeah, I had to take
wanted.
the one.
Oh, here, you need a trigger. What does that
I
get
don't
you?
even know what it does.
What does it do?
One VP per 3 VP
Oh.
on your board. All right, what color is he?
Did you just hear me say,
Did something make you go,
Something did make me go, And this really stinks. I do not want to jump yellow.
Harumph out of that guy.
I did not get a harumph out of that guy. Done.
Hey. All right, so I'm gonna take this trade agreement and receive 3 gold. This is an immediate deal. All other players receive 1 gold.
I might give you a 5 and take 2.
Oh, you know what? I have them all here.
No, it's fine. We're fine.
And I
fine.
think
You're next, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
I'm going to use this and go first.
Then you force me to do this,
That is correct.
which means Lincoln gets nothing.
I'm just going to go.
Take the automaton.
okay, I want this one.
I have this one. I will. This is what I had? I thought I had red, but okay.
I know that we both had yellow-green for sure.
Yes, you are
and I will
correct.
also take a citizen. And Lincoln...
I'm going to take the red one since Nikki, I don't need to screw her on that.
Wait, does he...
You can't. You actually pass.
actually
the
just
way the
takes
rules say it
nothing.
is,
Right.
you pass, and now it's to Nikki.
Okay, so then I take the blue.
Since, right, then he gets an incomplete one, which is always one...
And one.
They're all the
One
same.
transfer and 1 gold. I'm just saying it for people who haven't seen it yet. Yeah, now we transfer the turn order. Oh, we all stayed the same.
Lincoln
No,
gets 4.
Lincoln gets 4, Nikki gets 3. Then we... Did you get your income? Do you have a special... Who has the special income from the...
We can,
Oh,
we can do that in player order if
you're
you
right.
want.
But you get an extra one as well.
But everyone take this first,
Yes.
right? So, Lincoln, you get a gold.
I get
2.
trace.
Here, I'll take a 5 and put back 3.
Why do I have 1 here?
5.
All right. Iris.
Wait, who got... Did you get a victory point? You got your 2 victory
Oh, no, I
points?
did not. Thank you.
Choke on them. And you're first to transfer 1 guy?
I get this
you
gold.
Get that extra gold.
I get to transfer 2 guys because of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to transfer this for 2. And I'm going to spend 2 to transfer my most recently acquired citizen here, not this. And that gets me this.
Athena bonus.
End of turn. But
Athena bonus.
But minus 2 there on the
Athena
citizen.
bonus. I'm going to transfer a 3 and a 1 for 4 gold, and they just boost up these
Yep.
existing guys. 4 gold. And done.
Okay, I'm transferring
next.
2 to make that. Start making that.
And that costs you 2 gold.
2 gold.
Oh,
Get him,
good.
Nikki.
No, good thing I just put a 3rd one on
Get
there,
him,
isn't
Nikki.
it? All right, Lincoln, you can transfer 1.
Yeah, I might as well do. This one is bad, though. I kind of want to keep that. So I guess I'm just going to fire that off and get a victory point and move that down for 3.
Okie doke.
You can't fire that ability in this phase.
Oh, yeah.
It's only on your turn. You
But-
might want to transfer this one since you get a victory point off.
No, but that's his elusive thing.
The only thing I got going on.
Shoot.
So that's one of the weird things about this is that the triggers have to happen in the previous phase.
During the
I'm
actions.
more than willing to just assume that he did that
No, that's
in the
okay.
last phase.
knowing that that's the card
yeah,
that you
totally.
wanted
Because it's a weird thing.
to. It's fine with me, but it's up to him.
Just pretend
It
like you did
doesn't
it.
affect anybody
You would have done
else.
it
That
anyway,
is
and
a
it gets
card
you a
that
victory
doesn't
point. Just do
affect
it.
us.
Could have done it immediately when you got the card.
Right.
All right.
It's weird because the rules are sort of clear that you can only do that during the actions phase,
Right.
but it also seems weird that you have this one-time ability that you should be able to just do any time,
Cool.
but not.
All right.
These go back.
These go back. These go away.
Round 4.
Take
These
these columns back.
My columns have
Untap
returned.
your tapped card. I'm sorry, your activated cards if
I
there
did.
are
I
any.
did. activate that.
Or
little too soon.
exhausted
Or
cards.
exhausted, or
Whatever. Anything but
all
the
right.
T
here-
word.
Is this your card? Is this the card you
was
were
the one
hoping
that-
to
Oh,
see?
look at all those ones. It's going to be a one fight.
It is.
Pow, pow, pow.
Shoot him up.
Ping pong ping.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I don't know why. I don't know
What happened to you,
I don't
sir?
know, sir.
What happened to you?
I was just making noises with my mouth and they came out wrong. All right.
I was
we have
making noises with my mouth.
With my mouth.
Initiation. Lincoln, you can't take this card because you already have one. But it's an elusive card that gives VPs.
I could have brought that one down and got no.
You too late. You didn't know it was coming. Cyclops. Okay, looks like an attack card.
Ugh, these attack cards.
This one, when you gain the card, all other players discard a card from their domain or lose 2 gold. This one, also immediate, all other players discard a gold and a VP. This one,
What family is the blue family?
you hate, don't
Poseidon.
you?
They're
Poseidon.
mean.
Yeah, he's very
Poseidon
mean.
Should be
is
Hades
mean.
for hate.
He's very mean.
Poseidon. He's
Hades
a
is the
friendly
yellow
water
person.
guy.
He's
Go ahead.
apparently very violent. He drowns
Yeah.
sailors. All right, posthumous
Nope,
hero.
Hephaestus.
This is an action trigger card, so it happens during the action
Where was that
phase.
when I needed it?
And it lets you transfer a citizen for free. Not a regular card, the backside of a card where it's citizen. So that does give you a free transfer during the action
That
phase.
would have been
that
nice.
normally wouldn't happen.
That would have been nice.
Gathering is the one that gets you a victory point for every family color in its legend. This one is immediate 2 gold. This is another Elusis card that makes players discard VP. Harsh, yeah.
What, every time?
If you have another Elusis card. Yeah, I know. There's some harsh stuff out here. VP in the Legends phase. VP at the end of the game for every family card that's in that legend. When you take or transfer a TAN card, you get a VP. Receive 2 VP immediately. This is a cool one.
Okay.
Once per game, you receive enough gold to match the amount owned by the richest player.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. And Temple of Hades
I better
is
spend money fast.
at the end of the game, 1 VP for each TAN Hades
Oh,
card. in the
man.
legend. Wow, there's a
Who's
lot of
2?
me. Why? What, oh, so you can't spend enough gold to stop me from getting 14?
I totally have to take that card just to stop you from getting it. And
think you
don't,
might.
And I don't want to.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
so
Hard
sad.
you
sad.
could use too, correct? Yellow's good. For
Yeah,
me.
yellow's good for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a yellow
All right.
in that suit, and I didn't
I won't
get one
think
last-
twice about it. I can't let you get. I can't let you.
I think you might be right.
The only thing I have against going for against you right now is that you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I will unfortunately take that card. And wait, does that mean I would get the amount of gold equal to the richest player?
Yeah, but you already have it. You would
Really?
go up to the richest player. You don't gain that much.
That's too
You
bad.
don't gain
I don't
it.
double my gold.
Yeah.
You mean I haven't broken the game? And this is the problem. This mart right here. How do you get rid of what choice do you red done? Done.
All right, I am taking this card, and it's. I will take that Temple of Hades. I will then trigger my Judges of the Underworld,
Oh.
which lets me transfer 2 cards immediately because I have 2 Hades cards, 2 TAN cards. So I'm going to pay 2 gold and fill up my 1 set completely. So this can never be taken away from
Boo.
me. Yeah.
Minus 2 points, but still boo.
But still, yeah. All right, done. And
Still worth
and
points, though, Nikki
I have
P.
to get rid of a column, which is going to be. Oh, I don't want any of those garbage cards. I really don't
Your
know.
game's
if I do.
over. What are you gonna
It
do
is
now?
I'm done. I got 10 points right here. All right.
No, you don't. Oh,
I
yeah.
actually have 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 3.
I'm taking this.
Oh, look at that. Works out. Look at all those purple ones
And
for
it's
you.
immediate, so I get 2 victory points right now.
Do.
Okay. Give me 3 back.
And then you'll get rid of a column.
Column.
I'm actually going to get rid of the
red.
matching column.
Oh.
Because you don't need that, and you're not caring about 4.
Dave. Oh,
It
Lincoln.
is me.
I was used to Nikki being 4th every turn.
I know.
I think I need to take that.
Yep. I thought about it.
Oh, those Elusis cards. I gotta try them.
I just
sometime.
couldn't let Aaron get this is the problem.
You're right. You couldn't.
I will get rid of yellow. Yes. How much is it? There's just that, right?
Basically.
And then, of course,
And
that,
going
which is
first,
good,
yeah.
but I'll just do that.
Well, this is disappearing, so you wouldn't have to worry about that anyway. I will immediately receive 2 gold. And I want to keep blue for sure. And do I want to keep green for sure? Do I want to hedge bets? Do I wish to hedge bets? I will get rid of the green. Bets hedged. I see another citizen in my future.
I'm going to take Quest 3. Yeah, I think that might screw you, Dave. It might. Might screw somebody. But you are definitely one of the people that it could screw. I want to get rid of this blue column. There's a lot of blue out there. Yeah, okay. Nikki,
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Okay, I'm taking this. And I had decided what I was going to get rid of, and now I forgot. Do I fire this off now?
You can
yeah,
fire
if
it off whenever you want.
It's her turn.
But during your turn, yes.
yeah, so
Is she going to draw one more card? Oh, that's all you're going to get.
Oh, that
rid
gets
of.
you points for
gonna
cards?
get- yeah.
Fire it.
yeah.
So I'm firing
Take 2
this
points.
off.
Take 2.
They're
They're
small.
small. Here you go.
And it gets, 1 victory point for each set.
Nice.
So,
Yep. Yeah. 4 is a pretty good amount
okay.
of cards up there.
Hey, man, you might get a citizen.
Dave.
I will go first again. Because otherwise I could get horked.
I will.
And I'll get rid of yellow.
I'm going to take Gathering because I have red column and another column.
And
And
you're
then
good.
I'm going to get rid of this.
Okay.
Done.
Oh, look, we happen to be clockwise.
Okay.
Why do you?
How am I only just
What
now
did I
noticing
do?
this?
What?
Why did you leave red? Oh, because you want to cook.
I want a wild card. That's why.
Right, isn't that nice? He's like
guess.
setting himself up for,
really
the,
bizarro.
for the citizen.
It makes perfect sense. What are you talking about?
No, it is. It's just weird. It's counter to what you think, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's, I want to seal that
And you
deal.
want to trigger your
And I want to trigger
King's
my
Council?
King's Council. Receive 1 victory point for
Four.
each set of 2 Zeus cards in your domain.
very nice.
Done.
Oh,
Activate.
tap. Thank you.
Activate.
You said trigger. You said
Activate.
trigger. Activate.
Hey,
Activate.
let's do
activate.
that, by the way.
Yeah, do yours, man.
Because I have to do it now, right?
Yeah.
You get a
before this
point
thing.
and a gold.
And you guys lose a victory point.
No.
Yep. Here.
Everybody?
Everybody?
I'll give you my victory point.
Okay.
Wow, that one's harsh.
Huh? You're only going to lose 1 more point.
Here.
It's still harsh.
Believe me, I almost took it, but I had other fish frying with things.
Other fish to fries.
With fish that
It's
fry.
your turn, mean old Lincoln, who's taking my victory points.
Hey, you get away from my lawn.
Yeah.
There you go. You want to take that and zap us all gold and a victory point while you're at it?
And I do kind of want 3, so...
Take it.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
I'm losing more crap?
Yep, you're losing a gold and a victory point. Done.
Lose a gold and a victory point. Pay up.
And in turn 4 of the game, I will finally get my second Elusis.
That doesn't seem too efficient
Is
to me,
it for
Dave.
the win?
I will
No.
tap it immediately.
You get a victory
I'm
point.
sorry, activate it, and I get 2 gold and a victory
Did you
point.
stop with that?
And then do all the rest of us
it's
get a
in his
gold?
head, tapping.
All other players with at least 1 Elusis in their domain.
Oh.
That's you, Lincoln.
crap.
You get a gold.
Sweet.
There you go.
Those elusive jerkies.
So this
There you
is
go,
what's
buddy.
left
Helping you out.
here.
That's what's left. Was that your last card, Dave?
That is my last card.
Did you want to get rid of that blue column then?
I'm all about. It doesn't matter. I'm done.
I'm
know what
waiting
Dave
for the
wants-
signal that
What
you're
do, what
done.
do you want?
I
You're
must
worried about
take a
potentially a
citizen
card, or
card.
are you worried about getting that?
No, I just was.
No, next
Oh,
round.
first? Oh, that. Totally, 100%. Oh, I'm taking the first thing I'm doing is taking the 4.
You must take this card. You have to take this.
Okay, but
I don't care about cards.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to have time to move enough things down.
I know, that's what's terrible.
I have stalled.
That's what I was saying about you really kind of have to think about it the whole time.
Well, this is why I should never have taken this Elusive at the beginning, because I got so focused on it. I'm still doing pretty good.
I think you're doing just fine.
Do not count me out yet, mister.
Oh, I'm not counting you out at all. I'm just laughing because I realized, oh, that's what he wants. He doesn't care about the cards.
Are we at this phase now?
Yes, we just adjusted turn order.
All right, so I get 2
Take your gold and victory points on your quest.
and 2
3
victory
gold,
points.
please, and 1 victory.
Link, what do you get?
I get
3 gold.
green. Yeah.
Here you go. 1, 2.
3 golds and no victory
There you go.
points.
Victory point.
Did our numbers stay the same? Oh no, you 2
I
switched.
switched.
Then you're going to take your extra gold for the workshop,
I get extra gold there for the workshop.
and then
thank
you are first to transfer.
I am. So I have this transfer plus this transfer.
Yes.
3s. Oh, you got 3s going on. Well, I'm never going to fire this, so let's transfer this for 3. And oof, I don't want to get rid of that. And let's transfer
Oh, the
this
art from this is the same people,
for
I
1.
think,
So 4 total.
that did
Done.
Augustus.
It's a lot of different people. I don't know.
But I mean, some of it were for the people that it did Augustus, I think. Or the guy or something.
I can do 2 transfers. So
It's
I
funny, you
am
kind of don't want to transfer cards later.
transferring this citizen for
I mean, get more
3,
cards.
so it
Just get it
becomes
down
another
back.
3 here.
Yeah.
And I'm transferring.
The good news is these
This
are never going to be
one,
negative points
and I
because
don't
I'm
have to
never
decide
bringing
what it
them
is yet.
down.
So I get 1 change. Oh, and I jumped ahead of Nikki. I'm
Yeah.
not second for the first of 3
You didn't
turns.
steal anything though, did you?
No, I just transferred 2 cards.
I had
She
a-
wasn't going to get to 4 3s before me. So sorry, I totally went out of order.
Well, I mean, if I do this and my plan doesn't work out,
Right.
can I slide it over
No
later?
repositioning.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
No, but you have another purple
Yeah.
2 that you can play there if you have to. And here's the other thing: if you bring the purple 1 or the purple 3 down, that's still worth 3 points.
Yeah, that can still make that set, right?
Right.
Yes.
An
Okay.
incomplete family
Family
is
legend,
still
yes.
worth 3 points.
All right. So I did that. I need to pay for my 2 and my 2. I'm just going to give you a 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's 1 change
Thank you. I'm done.
and 3.
I could move 2 down, but I will remind you that I went out of sequence and I already did.
Oh, that's right. 4.
But I totally could have gotten away with doing it again.
I need to do 3 probably, I guess. So since that one you guys all got dinged on already, correct? So there's 3 for that.
Right, that was an immediate one.
And then this is just going to give me a gold, right? Might as well just do it.
You get a gold for
You get a
doing
gold
it.
for moving it down, sure.
Hey, here's a gold.
Did it? Oh yeah. And then
1 more 3. 1. Oh, you don't have 1 more 3.
me? Oh, I'm not going to get it.
He's only at 3.
No, I am at 4. There's a
you are?
citizen there.
Oh, I didn't see that citizen.
No, it's okay. And then I guess I could do that. I'm not going to get a citizen anyways. It's probably, I don't know about acquiring cards, another $1.
Is that a Athena one?
No, it's a.
No,
it's
the scenes are
tan.
black.
It's
Number
this
2.
one.
What if instead of putting the blue 3 where you put it?
Just go for that one there and see if by chance I get lucky with a 1.
Well, yeah, because it's worth 5 points if you can find it. I'm not doing that. I'm the only one that's fighting blue.
I guess
right
you're
now.
right, because the reality is at least I have 2 that will pay off here.
That'll
and
give
I
you
could
2
run the
points.
risk. Okay, let's
yeah,
just do that.
totally
Thank you.
right.
Yep.
If you can get the 2 and the 1 down.
But now I gotta hope that I can get some
No,
movement
a citizen,
down.
remember? Like, you can place the 2 and then.
No, I know, but I gotta hope that I can even move any, right? I get
yeah.
to move more than 1, you know?
Yeah.
Because Dave's taken the 3.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hang on. You
telling
do have to
you.
think about that.
You know what? Let's just go with this. It's fine.
Okay, because it might be too
This
risky.
is worth 6.
No, it's worth 4, but the
Okay.
next one's worth 8.
Right.
So it is a
Okay.
huge jump if you can do it.
Okay. Well, the downers, I'm not going to get those either. You know, I mean, I'm
Listen,
not going to get everything down.
crazier things have happened. At the very least, that puts pressure on Aaron to bring
Hey,
another
let's hope
3
that
down.
something comes up here that Dave just can't live without.
Nope,
That-
I'm not even going to look. I'm not even looking at the array.
Okay, I'm going to put those back since I did all that.
Whether it hurts my game or not, that's what I'm doing.
Why are you not looking at the array?
I'm just taking the 4, so I can I get some
So you
4
can
transfers,
Sure.
right? Because I
Yeah.
get an extra.
I want
Unless
that
something
one so
discards
bad.
that card before the transfers come.
All right, I guess I got to look at the array.
Oh, you do,
this
don't you?
blows. This game. Hades.
Hades.
He's mean. Ooh.
All right.
Oh, there's the one I needed.
Well, there you go.
Oh, too
And we
bad.
all lose a gold when you get it.
No, but remember, I was doing it for this.
He
which
didn't.
isn't
He didn't set aside.
No, the reason
Look,
you
there's
didn't-
a bunch of
Look at
them.
all
The reason
those
you didn't set
purples.
aside was you.
Look at all these
You
blue
were
ones,
worried you
Link.
might not get 2 transfers.
Yeah, there's a lot of
You sure could have got a blue one. All right, here we have Tidal Wave. All
Lose a
other
gold.
players immediately lose a gold. All other players. This is the one that's 2 victory points for transferring 2 or more cards in the Legends phase. This is take or transfer a purple card for a gold.
What's that?
It's one that Nikki had. This one. You trigger it or you tap.
Oh, 2 cards
You
for that.
activate it. Right.
2
victory
point.
point for each of the 2 purple cards. Discard for 2 victory points.
Ooh, an extra
an
thing.
extra.
And I can't take it.
and an Elusis with an immediate transfer. 2 of those.
Ooh,
Link,
I know I need
you
that.
got an Elusive still.
you guys, that's huge for you.
I got 3 Elusive cards still.
Forges of Hephaestus is a VP for each
Damn,
yellow
no, I
card
wish you'd
in
done
the
the
legend.
blue.
This one is
Oh, well.
a receive a golden transfer. This one's 2 VP, and this one is the attack card for the round.
Okay.
All other players discard all the citizens in their
Perfect.
domain.
I don't even need them.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh,
Look, I can only bring down at most 4 cards, and here they are.
maybe 5, or maybe 5 from one of these ways. But okay, fine. You're not that worried about it.
No, let's just not even mess around.
I think you might be right there.
I'm going to take. Oh, I guess I should figure out what color I'm going to do. All right. Well, I haven't even looked at the cards, really. We were just doing. Okay. Oh, and let me tap these while I can.
Tap.
And take. Let me activate. I get 2 gold and a. Hey, does anyone else have an Elusive card?
I do.
Here's a gold for you, sir.
Won't matter, right?
You never know.
It's a tiebreaker, I think.
Oh, yeah. Wow, green is poorly represented in this array. Done. Getting rid of green.
Nikki, you are player number 2 for the first time ever.
Craziness. I really think I need to just,
Pass?
yeah, just give up the game. I really think I need to take my turn.
This.
It may be
Dang.
huge for the last turn. I think you might
Yeah.
not be wrong.
So I want the 2.
Okey-doke. Makes sense. They're basically the same unless you're worried about money, and it doesn't look like you are.
I'm not. And then I gotta give up something for that.
Oh, these are activated.
They are used for the turn. The epic.
You're
Let me
used
get
for the
rid of my
turn.
yellow. That's the right choice.
Hey, guess what, Link? You're transferring first this turn. These guys are forcing me to take the 3. And I'll get rid of that green column.
So here's the good news. You don't have to take
Yeah.
them.
Right, you
worry
can take
about
3 cards first.
I definitely want that.
Yep, totally.
There's some great. I gotta play Elusis cards next time.
Yep.
What's the blue? Is there any blue up there that I might need? No.
This is the purple one. Yeah, it's just that purple.
That's I can't use
These
those.
2, you
I know.
want- Oh, I
No,
No,
it's
the
this.
blue.
Yeah, blue
All right,
icon.
back to Dave. Oh, that's crazy. You just said you could only wanted to transfer 4.
I can't take it anyway.
Oh, you're
So I
right.
can't stop you from
You're
doing
right.
this. But Nikki can.
It's the same as that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's the
it's the
thing. He's going to get the. I just didn't want him to get the 1, 2, 3. Although I think he wants the 3 to move down.
I can't
oh, no,
take it.
the
No,
3
it doesn't go
move
in
down.
there.
Dave, I
All right.
can't
Yeah,
take
she
that.
can't take this card either.
I moved
She
my
moved yellow
yellow
out.
pillar.
This one. Well, I want this one anyway. So I will do that, and I will use it immediately. Right? Because I don't care about that gold, and I don't want to lose this. Red, yellow. Where's blue on here? Poorly represented. Getting rid of the blue. Done. Right.
I pay.
You know, you get $1.
You get $1.
Oh, I thought it was pay $1 to transfer.
Nope. You get $1,
But I
and
still
now,
have to pay to transfer.
and now you have to transfer something.
Okay, I'm gonna transfer.
A 2.
Yeah.
Purple 2.
Whatever. Remember, she's going
only two
second.
she has.
She's
True.
going to transfer
She just has to
before
transfer
me.
it at some point.
She doesn't have to do the purple 2 now, but there's no reason not to.
All right, paying 2.
Yep.
I think I have to take this card, even though Lincoln doesn't really want it, but I need a third transfer also.
Do I have it? Don't I have it?
No, it's this thing that Dave has.
Oh.
You have the other one that Dave took? Yeah, you had this one.
Right.
But I really need a third transfer as well. I really need more transfers, but I screwed myself out of them already. So I will give up.
Yeah, I was hoping a yellow 2 would show up.
Yeah, this.
That would have saved me 2 points, right? So you probably want to take. Is it the blue?
Yeah.
You probably want to. Oh, you
Don't want to take the blue.
Oh, you probably want to take the yellow, right? It's the only color out there that's good for you that no one.
This one is?
No, this yellow one.
Oh.
Right.
Harpist card, yeah. How
Because
many
look,
Harpist cards?
here's a blue one, here's a blue one. So you probably get a blue one. Here's a purple one. There's 3 blue ones. You'll probably get a blue one.
There's a lot to choose from. Okay.
So you need to get rid of a column.
Yeah. What was the one? Green, I guess, was the one that everybody was saying that doesn't matter.
I will take whatever gets me points. That gets me points.
That is 2 right on points.
I will take it for 2 points. And I will get rid of this yellow. Done.
All right, I'm gonna take. When does this happen though?
In the Legends phase, when you do your main
When
transfers.
I'm doing it.
That's okay. You'll move stuff down and you get 2 points for it.
No, that's the one I wanted.
Just get rid of the green. The wear and o the green.
I'll take a tidal wave. Everybody loses a gold. Except me.
You will when I take one.
I know.
Don't worry about it.
And I will toss.
Like right now, for example.
An earthquake or a tidal wave. Okay.
It doesn't matter what I get rid of.
Because I think it's the only thing that's worth it. What's this one do?
Discards
I
the
don't have
citizens.
those.
Only
It
Dave.
doesn't-
Anita, who doesn't
You
need
want to do
them.
that. That's the better card for you. Hey, I lose a gold.
You lose a gold.
Oh.
Remember, you get gold from that?
Yeah, you get 3.
Okay.
Hey, I'll take a citizen. They're just going to all congregate over here.
Yeah, look at those guys. Nikki?
I can't do anything.
They'll take a citizen.
Okay.
And so will I.
Okay.
And Lincoln, you have to take this.
Yep.
There you go.
I'm going to try to make that match, even
All
though it
right,
won't.
give him the 1 to
Here's your
reorder
one.
the turns.
Can I have the 4, please, Lincoln?
You guys just
Wow.
traded.
Hang on, let's just make sure. No, time. Lincoln never fired these. Let's make sure he
Oh, yeah, I was
gets
going to do
Oh,
that.
heck
a point,
Yeah, and a transfer.
And you fired all yours, yes.
So,
point, and a victory. Victory point and a gold, right?
And we all lose a victory point.
Yep. And then I'm going to get
Oh, then he
the
doesn't get the victory point.
transfer. Why don't I get the victory
I thought this was gain a point. It's
This is gain a point right
That
here.
is
That
game
one
of fun.
is.
The other one makes all of us lose
I
one.
apologize. Here's your point. I lose a point.
And you do have to do 1 transfer if
Yes,
you
and
can.
I was
now.
going to do, I guess, this one.
Yep.
Cool, and I got to pay $1 for that.
Yep.
Oh, I see. You're going to put it instead of here. That makes sense.
All right, and now it's Lincoln's turn to do his transfers.
Doesn't that? It
Which
doesn't
he
make.
gets-
It doesn't
What do you
make more
say?
sense here.
I thought you were saying,
Hang on. This is worth 2. If he builds
Then
it to
it's worth
4,
four.
if he builds it to 4,
That's 8.
it's worth 8. So that's a 6-point gain.
Yes.
oh, so I wanted
Plus
to do
1
that.
is 9. He absolutely wants to do that and not this.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
He's getting a 7-point jump instead of a 5.
Okay, and then my one other one I get to do is that. It's another
Yep.
$1.
Yep.
Hand me 2 back.
2 what?
For
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh, for
And
his
2
income.
victory
and 2
points.
victory points.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Who's
Oh,
next?
2.
How much money do you get?
So I
She
get
gets
3.
$3. Oh yeah, I didn't take my money. $5 and that's it.
Here's your 3.
And you get 1 point back. Here's your point.
Yep. I get 3 as well, which I didn't take. Not that I need it, because
Wow.
I'm money crazy.
Then
It
I'm
didn't help me, as it
transferring
turns out.
to-
Does it account for anything at the end?
If I'd gotten that Chronos
Right.
card,
Yeah,
it
there's
got
just
me
that
a victory
one.
point for
For
every
every
$2 on the
$2?
board.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
wow.
would be trouncing you guys.
Okay, so transfer 2. These are the 2 I'm transferring.
Sure. And you get this. Boom.
Yeah.
I get that.
Pay 4 gold. You've got plenty.
Nice.
I get 3 transfers because I have an extra one.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
here.
choke on it.
I'm explaining to the camera, not to you, bitter
Crabberson.
Barnett,
Crabby.
bitter Berenstain.
Oh my God! Did you get a whole set?
Yeah, and this, and 3 extra points for this card. Yeah. It's a 14-point set.
That's the game-winning rate. We were right there.
Right there.
And I had exactly the $6 for it.
Oh! All right, I get.
But look, I have a useless one. I have a single card down here.
Oh
All right,
my gosh.
well, I get 4 transfers, so 2,
Oh,
4,
I didn't do that.
6. Oh wait, hang
Oh,
on.
take it.
More
Yeah, you
victory
transferred 2
points.
cards, you get 2 points.
Thank you.
Okay,
Heck
that's
yeah,
just
you
that.
do. Did you do the other? Did you do this one and get a
2,
point during your turn?
4.
And
No, I ended up not. It
Six.
never. It didn't work out
I
for
think
some
it did.
reason.
I think it did.
Okay.
That might not
Because
be
you had
bad.
these
Now that I'm
2
looking at it.
on your last turn,
If I
right?
go 1,
Yeah, I
2,
did.
3, that's worth 6, 7, 8.
You just couldn't do it for the 2 points that you wanted
Yeah.
to, but you
1, 2,
absolutely
3,
could have
that's
gotten
worth
the 1.
8, 10. It's exactly the same, no matter how I do it. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I owe $8.
How come you couldn't? Oh, you already had a two Hades or whatever.
And I steal
Yeah.
the. Oh,
No.
don't.
What were you gonna? Oh, yeah.
I guess move these up to the side.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So that's the end of the 5th epoch, and because endgame scoring is a little complex, I think we should just all step through our
Okay.
scoring and then announce our scores, so sort of add them up as we go.
All right.
So, Dave, do you want to start?
Yes, so the first thing actually that we all do is you get rid of all these cards up on your
Sure.
thing because they're not anything anymore, and you get rid of any single card in your Elysium.
What?
Just get rid of
But
them.
it gets me bonus points.
Get
for
rid of them, they get you nothing. Okay, so I have a set of 3. I have a complete family. That's worth 6.
Is it complete?
Yeah, it's a 1,
Oh,
2,
it's
3.
right. It's worth 6
It's worth 6. I'll come back to it.
Sure.
Another one, that's 6. So that's
Yes.
12. 13, 14.
for the bonus on that. Yes.
19 for
that
this, which I
5-point
missed.
bonus.
I have, I'm doing this such willy-nilly order.
I know.
I have a complete 5 of this of a level.
Which is
12.
12.
-2.
Hang on, I
No,
got
he's
it.
doing that afterwards.
So now what's my
That's
score?
31.
Really?
And 19. Yes.
31. Okay, so -2, -2, so -4.
27.
28, 29, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
And none of your cards have a bonus Chronos symbol
I
that
don't
adds in any more
believe
points.
I got a Cronus. I do not.
39, you said?
I got 8.
8
Okay, 8
13.
plus 5 is 13.
plus
That's
6
6.
for that is 19.
19
That's
plus 8.
8
Plus 1 and 1.
We'll come back to
is
that.
27. Yeah, we'll get back to
27
it.
plus,
Plus
4.
4, 31.
31, and then this Chronos card gives you a point for every yellow, so 32.
Yes.
This Chronos card gives you a point for,
Every one of these.
Every black.
so 33.
33.
So you have 33.
Nikki has
Okay. 10,
12.
12.
victory points. That's worth 4.
Yes.
The set of 3 is so
Yes.
16.
Okay.
21 plus that 6 is 27.
Yep.
This is a full 12 for 39.
Yep.
Plus that 6 is 45.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus 1 and
And
1.
Chronos
Here.
cards. That's 1 per blue, and that's
1.
That's 46, right? We were at 45.
I don't know. Isn't that sad?
I know, right? I believe that was 45, 46, and this one is for each different family,
Yeah.
right? So that's
Yeah.
3 more.
Yes.
So I think that's 49.
Yeah.
Let's do it again real quick. 12,
Okay.
16, 22, 27. The full 12 is 39, 45.
Yes.
Yep.
49 is correct.
Okay.
Okay.
49. Wow, that's going to win, I'm sure.
No,
It's going to be really close.
You totally had him till
Because
that
look at
last
this.
turn, I think.
Look
Go ahead.
I have 4 victory points.
Whatever, let's
All right. All right, so this is 6 and 11, so that's 15 now.
Okay.
For now.
15.
This is 8,
Yep.
23,
Yep.
and this 9 makes that 32.
Okay.
And this is
Full set of 12.
12, so 44.
Yep.
What?
47
Yep.
with the bonus.
Yep. Minus 4.
Minus 4 is 43.
Plus 4. Oh, it's 47. And
What?
now your Chronos is.
No, I already added this.
Oh, 43. Chronos.
This Chronos is 3 points because
47.
it's 3 Hades cards.
Okay, 46.
Uh-oh. I think that might be my only Chronos card.
Oh, he's got 2 more. Oh, boo.
So what was I at? 46?
Yeah.
I was
This
getting
one is
excited.
5 points. 4 points, because there's 4 different colors, is 50. And this one is 1 point for every 3, so 51. Wow,
You had
that
him,
was
Nikki.
close.
You
2
had him.
points.
No, he did. She
2?
didn't.
By 2 points.
Until I got a 14-point transfer at the
That
end.
was
of
a huge move.
He's saying that the end, that was 14.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what? I didn't.
Okay.
I forget.
39, 33,
Okay.
49, 51. That is the final
Wow.
scores. Yeah. And let me just say, before we get to some analysis, which I'm sure we have plenty of, me and Dave played a previous game of this, and he also won by getting this 9-point bonus for the 3 set. That's a pretty huge swing for anything.
I will say this though.
I'm not saying it's unbeatable.
Yeah, not remotely unbeatable,
of
because
course not.
she had your number until that very last turn.
Right. I think she was deceptively sneaking up on all of us.
Not deceptively. She was
No,
she was doing really
she was
well.
sneaking around. She's a little untrustworthy little, backstabber.
That's all I do. I'm just a little sneaky sneak.
And she's obviously wearing the Greekest
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
attire out of anybody
That's worth
at the
3
table.
points, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
52.
It's worth a half point. It's a tiebreaker only. Wow, good game, everybody. Lincoln,
Yeah.
what did you think of this game, Elysium?
I like it. It's a lot to kind of like wrap your head around as far as
Yeah.
the synergy for the cards. But I definitely like it. I think this is the best part of the whole game. Even
Yep.
though I don't know that it's what you guys are saying about it maybe not being fun or whatever. It is really cool. It's just hard.
It's very hard.
It's almost a little too hard. I mean, the box says 60 minutes. I don't buy it.
Oh, I don't know. How about 60 minutes per player?
No, I don't
No,
know about
not that long, but-
it's definitely. It seems like this chokes it up. I mean, maybe because I know the Europeans are like, boom, boom,
True. I think the box time is always what the designer and their playtesters play the game in after they've played it 100
Yeah,
times.
yeah, it's true. I don't
It's
think
Yeah.
that's
really,
fair.
they're always
either.
so low.
Yeah. Anyway, but I do like that. I think it's pretty neat. It's tough to work it out to get it in your favor every time, but that's the point.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
hard. What do you think, Nick?
I liked it. It's definitely a lot of thinking and looking at the cards and trying to, combinations and all that. So it kind of really slows the game down
Sure.
a lot. And this is an interesting mechanic for sure, especially not giving up. Like if I grab this one, I'm not giving
Right.
this one up. That's interesting. The way I played it, I focused on just one family. I don't know if that only works with the purple
It seemed to
family,
work very well with them.
or
but
if it can work with other families. Because for me, this is the first time I played it. I haven't played it at all.
Well, not bad considering a slightly different card array just from the deck, and you can't get that set.
right.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, I get it with a citizen, and then we tie.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Except I think money is
Money
the
is the tiebreaker.
So she would have won if I had to. If I had to substitute a
No,
citizen.
you'd have to be able to pick up a citizen though, and you were not able to do that necessarily.
Yeah, I was. We all picked up one at the end.
Cheat.
Oh,
man.
Yeah,
just
we
right. You
did,
discarded.
we
I'm sorry, we
did, we
discarded
did.
it. That makes sense. For me, this is the best part, and also potentially the worst part.
Yeah.
Is I love the thinking. I love this. This seems new and fresh to me. The
Absolutely.
idea of you just have to have these. You just have to have them in front of you to pick up a card that matches the type. It's what? How did I refer to this earlier? I've already forgotten. But you're not paying these. In other words,
Right.
the just ownership of them allows you entry into the
Right.
the red club.
You're limiting your future choices and availability every time
Right.
you do something.
But the putting one aside, it could just be me. I don't necessarily think it is. The putting stuff aside part is just tough. It's hard to wrap your head sometimes around. It's not hard to wrap your head around it. It's that you don't want it to come back to your turn next time and you realized you put the wrong one away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's going to happen a lot anyway.
Correct, but the only way to kind of figure out what the right one is also to kind of figure out what you think the other three players are going to leave you and what they're going to do, and that requires a lot of looking around. And it doesn't require that. You can not have that thinking at all, and what you're saying, do maybe what the Europeans do, and just like, well, we'll just do this one.
Well, I don't know that that's what they're thinking. I just know that they're quick. The guys we play, they're professionals.
Yeah.
They design games and they develop games, and those guys are just brutal. It's so tough to play those guys.
Yeah.
You're like, boy, we are not even in the same ballpark. But it's neat.
So that part to me can drag the game down.
Sure.
Especially if everyone at the table isn't like-minded in that regard. And I don't know, other than just flicking that switch in your head, I don't think repeated plays necessarily give you the experience you need to speed this up. The other thing is, you have a plan, someone then takes your card.
Right.
And now you almost have to start that decision tree from the top again and refigure out your plan.
Yes. That simple change can really force you to reevaluate everything, yeah. I think this goes along with the same process and everything, but I think this is pretty brilliant too.
Yes.
These cards, which you must take one of, you can take it first and assure either the turn order or the transfer number or the money even that you need. I took 3 a couple times because I needed the money really bad. You know, by the way, it's random whether yellow is on this end and red is on this one, or you can set up the game with the opposite spectrum, and then red is the one that always is letting you choose to go first, and yellow's the 4. That sort of mixes up the game a little bit too. But I think this whole decision matrix is insane and brain-burning and a big skill to develop. It's tough.
Right.
But it's also very original, which I think is what the jury is recognized for
there's
SPLBRs.
a designer diary about this, which I read.
I read it too.
But that was a dice game.
What?
Yes, it was a dice game.
It was originally pitched so differently.
How is that possible?
It mainly had to do with the element of you would have active powers and then retire them off of your active power array to when you needed to score points with them. And that's really how the game started. They came up with the whole Greek pantheon thing later, and I don't know if they had this turn order and stuff in here later.
I wonder what was random then. Or were the dice just used as indicators? Because if you're rolling dice...
You did
It's
roll
not.
dice.
They were custom dice. They were, I believe.
Oh, so
they
maybe
weren't
they
just
gave
1
you
through
like
6.
these-
But if you're still rolling them, now
They
there's a
had
luck
symbols.
element. This game has no real luck in it, right? Other than what cards come
Well,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having now played it. I want to go back and read that.
Read that. Me
just
too. I read it
understand
before I didn't really know anything about the...
But it was pretty intriguing because there's, I think, there's 2 entries to that diary on BGG. One is from the designer's perspective, and then
one's
one
the
is from the
publisher.
developer's
Yeah.
perspective, which is
Yeah.
pretty neat.
It is
you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely want to read that.
So let's address something that I think might be a drawback for a lot of you guys. There's kind of a lot of aggression in this game, and you can really mess with the other players. We saw Lincoln get screwed once on the quests here, which is a really big blow to your turn. But obviously people can swipe cards away from you, especially when they're trying to stop you from completing a set.
I
It
did.
changed, it
I
changed
got
this up
citizens.
for me big time.
Yeah.
This was going to be 1-3-2. I was going for
But
that.
there's also direct attack cards, which are somewhat unusual in Euro games that we enjoy. And
The
they
Hades
really
cards?
they were
Poseidon.
mostly Poseidon. Yeah, Poseidon seems to be the violent one.
Yeah.
So did you guys like that, or would you prefer to not play with the blue cards?
You
anymore?
know I don't like that.
I know
Yeah.
you don't too, and I played a game of this that I felt a lot more crippled and picked on and unable to do anything because I kept losing cards at
The cards one is
moments.
tough, and it's not just tough because it's not the attacking part. It's already hard enough trying to figure out which column to get rid of, and which cards do you think might still be there for you on your next turn, and can I beat Nikki to this thing, or will Lincoln scoop this out from under me and try to get turn order, and then have all of that thrown away because you lose a card.
Yeah.
Right? That's what happened to you. Like your whole game plan just went out the window.
Well, it was early on, but it was a big
it's
deal.
Elysium.
I don't think that you could
Or yeah, it was the other game.
recover from that.
I think you can
you
recover.
but-
I just didn't get the cards.
But it can
they
be
did
good.
not come up what I needed.
It's just
at
not
least
as
when I was
fun.
doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, here's the plan. Like, for example, this is perfectly fine. And by the way, don't think for a second that there aren't games in which losing a gold might really hurt you.
I think, but
You were down to your
I was down
last
to my
precise
perfect
gold.
percent. If I had lost one more gold, I lose 14 points.
That's kind of cool.
No, it's terrible. Well, I mean, I would have put one card somewhere else, but it would have been huge for me. So even Lincoln had his Elusus card that was dinging us for a gold every turn.
Right.
If that
And a
had happened
victory
one
point.
more
And a victory
time,
point.
I know. I had barely any victory points on my card. I'm just saying, there's a lot of messing with the other players' plans, which
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing, but
mine really either. But
It's weird.
Some
I
game
don't
groups are
mind-
gonna love it, and some are gonna hate.
I
that.
don't mind the messing that is non-card related. It's just the card related messing seems
Seems pretty
so
harsh.
it's not harsh. It's just counterintuitive to the fun that I'm having.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you can still mess with someone simply by saying, well, this card, I'm just going to...
Yes, correct. You are
Take
already
it.
attacking me in a way when
Yeah.
Take a card that I want.
right. Like I
Yeah.
decided to try to get the Elusive thing right away.
Yes.
And then Lincoln took the. And
He
by the
ended
way,
up taking it away from you.
not only was that a good move for him, but he ended up using those Elusive cards to ding us for points and gold
Yeah.
and getting stuff for himself. So it wasn't like he was just doing that
Right.
defensively. Like I did this
Although on turn
defensively.
2, he did just do it. There was only one card on turn 2, and he snagged it so you wouldn't be able to activate yours.
Right, but-
it later developed into a pretty good thing.
Sure, he doesn't take that card as a complete waste.
Of course not.
Not only that, but what color was that? Where was that card? Was this one, right? No, where's...
What are you talking about?
Oh, it went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was up on the.
I think it was also...
yellow.
I think it was also... Yeah. Was it... It was a color I thought that also helped him in some
It
way.
was all a bunch of 2s, wasn't it?
It was all, or a lot of
No,
It's
whatever.
these.
Yeah.
It's all of these. These were my. I think no, that isn't.
You
it.
had a lot that you had to
Oh, there was one.
that you
It was
didn't
that one.
get down.
It was the gold one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the gold one.
That's mine.
It was a yellow too. And at the time, that...
Completed his
I
legend.
think he may have had... I can't remember if he had a yellow
might have
two
had
already, but the
multiples
point
already.
was it gave him options. If he didn't care about the Elusive, he could move that yellow two here instead of this one and keep getting a gold every turn. It wasn't...
I mean, I was using it though, right? It ended up being worth it to me.
Oh, completely.
you know.
You
even
got...
though-
You got
well, I
it.
would have loved to have that one early on.
You got 4 gold out of it for sure, right? You used it for 4 turns.
Because transfers are the difficult part of the game, I think.
Right.
Ultimately, the dinging is not so much fun, but it's the ability to actually make the transfers. You know, having the one where I got $1 and one transfer was rough.
The extra transfer is the only reason I wasn't 4th and you weren't 3rd. Is once I got citizen. Now, in all fairness, I was focused too much here, right? I did a lot of... Because I had the Elusive, I felt like, well, I had to go first. Because otherwise you're going to steal an Elusive from me. And by doing
You
that,
grabbed it when
I ended up
wanted it
not...
also.
Oh,
It would have
really?
been-
Was the one that I took because you needed the one that was going to
Because if
prevent
I-
Aaron from
like-
taking your gold, or was that later that
Later.
one?
That was later.
Then I get 10
was
bonus
later.
points out of that.
Yeah, this one was interesting. I was wondering how that would have affected things had I taken... I couldn't take it because the first thing I got rid of was the
Well,
yellow
you only
piece.
hurt me. You don't hurt Aaron, and you don't hurt Nikki.
Well, and he.
If I saved it to
if he
to
saved it
fire
at the
it,
very end,
he would have lost one of them, and you would have lost 2 of them.
But I didn't need it. It
He
wasn't
didn't
part
use
of my.
it. He ended
I
up
had
throwing it
one that
away at the end of the
discarded
game,
it,
yeah.
But it could be crucial at certain points, right? That
Oh,
could be
yeah.
a huge card.
If
Right.
you were banking on having those guys to add to finish something
Right.
to get one of those
Yeah,
5
I think that's
pointers,
another little
my gosh.
semi-brilliant part of the design that we didn't touch on. But just the fact that,
these,
that
yes.
these are wild
Yeah.
and minus 2 points.
Yeah.
That's brilliant right there.
Yeah.
And the fact that sometimes you end up screwed into taking one because you couldn't take any other card. And sometimes you plan
Right.
removing a column just so you can finish the turn by getting one.
Right.
It's great. Sometimes you want them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're
I
cheap.
didn't feel overly screwed getting that first citizen, but the second one, it was on
Yeah.
the second turn of the game. It was so early.
Yeah.
Some of that was my own
you
fault.
ended up using them?
Some of that was no. I ended up throwing
He
some
lost
away.
like 3 at the end of the game.
Some of that was my own fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't just you guys taking the cards that would hurt me. It was my own fault for. It was that stupid Elusive. It got me into always
Yeah.
needing to go first because I
Yeah.
didn't want you to snake the Elusive from me. So it's kind of in a weird way the standard thing that can happen in a game, which
It's
was
just weird
which was
that
you and I
was
fought
not-
each other,
I
and
was
we
not
came in
trying
3rd
to
and
do
4th.
I was
right?
not trying to do that though.
And Nikki and Aaron were like peaceful on their side.
Yeah.
I do like, I sort of said it at the beginning, but I like that it sort of has emergent tactics. You got that Elusive
Right.
card, and then you sort of focus your game on getting more of those.
Right.
Nikki got some purple cards, and they clearly helped her to get more and play them off each other. And I got some Hades cards, which... I played my game around these trying to get a few extra transfers in.
It was
and
nice.
look, I transferred 12 cards throughout the entire game. That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
9, 10. I have 11,
She has 11 also. Okay.
and Lincoln has 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I guess that
But
is
you
part
were
of it.
So I
Pointing-
transferred one more card and I won by 2 points. I mean, that's another thing. Let's discuss that. There are, obviously, each family has its little focus.
Right.
Hades cards focus on transfers.
Transferring, yep.
Purple cards focus on VPs and playing off themselves. Yellow cards mostly focus on gold.
Right.
Blue cards are violent against other players most of the time. And there are 3 other families in the box that we haven't played with. There are several interesting combos suggested by the publisher in the back of the rulebook of families to play with.
Oh, and some of the titles for those
There's-
combos are
Yeah, they're
are
great.
awesome.
Yeah, you got to read that last page of the rulebook.
Okay.
There's one family that adds a little separate section over here that you can play cards on and draft cards out of.
Oof.
The Mars or
even more
Ares
cards in
family
the array?
has an extra way to get VP at the end by gaining prestige points. I don't know exactly how that works, but so
Yeah,
there's-
we didn't use this part of our little
Yeah,
board,
that's
right?
this little
Oh,
helmet
I was
section.
going to ask you what that helmet was
It's
for.
the red card family that we did not use.
So is that
there's-
like war guys?
Yes, exactly.
Is that more directly
I
hitting
don't
people
know.
kind of cards?
I
like
think it's based
Zeus?
on earning helmets, which is a prestige token that we're not playing with.
Okay.
I think the helmets work like Union Pacific stock in UP. It's like whoever has the
Somebody-
most gets something and second
Oh,
most
okay.
gets something. So it's that kind of tug-of-war thing
Yeah.
where you're trying to keep getting
So
helmets.
I like that we haven't experienced the whole game. There are
Absolutely.
definitely more dimensions and ways to play it.
I'm glad you brought that up because I glanced at
Yeah,
the rules and
wondering
I
what they were.
already forgot that there were other families you could choose to play.
And of course,
it
you
with.
know, assume if this game is successful and wins awards, there will probably be expansion cards
I
and
bet
new
that there'll be
families.
More
expansions
families
anyway.
and
Yeah,
more
because
families.
Because I think that people are very excited about this game.
Yeah.
And it's another Space Cowboys game. Those guys develop their games really well. We're very excited about the one coming in October, the Time Stories. That one.
oh
was-
yeah, you've
Uh-huh.
been talking about that
Yeah.
forever.
And so they definitely do some neat development. And they, it's the French. They have the beautiful art. They
Yep.
really hire great people to do art.
Nikki
I mean,
pointed
there's a
this
couple
out.
of odd cards.
That one does a little funny. Strike. a
I
little
like
funny.
it though, but it
it's that
but it looks
style-
like
if you-
Hercules.
If you
that's
look
Meg.
at the names on the side of the cards,
Yeah, the artist names are on the cards.
there. So one
Oh, I
artist
might
did
be wrong then.
the purples.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
artist did the yellows. Another artist did the.
Cool.
So you can tell the styles are a little bit different, but
But
they
also
had them
unified
do it
within each
unified
family.
because this is one family and
Yeah.
that artist did that one family. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's mentioned in that developer's diary where they look at how many cards there are. There's so much art that they could not give it to one person.
So this artist
Vincent
looks similar to some other games, Vincent Dutray, and I think that's interesting because he did Broom Service. So he, as an artist, has 2 games up for.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, not in the same
Kennerspiel.
category.
That's not bad.
There you
That's
go.
cool.
He's got 2/3 chance to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's a bad thing for him, but I don't know.
Sure.
Thanks for teaching us, Aaron.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Aaron.